Hello, my name is Annie. I'll be discussing the first topic regarding stereotypes and strategies that you can utilize to avoid these stereotypes occurring. If you didn't know what a stereotype is, the definition that I discovered that was the most simplistic one possible is that stereotypes are rigid generalizations that members of society impose on others when they might not be familiar with the situation or that they might not understand. We obviously deal with stereotypes in our everyday life. The concept of a stereotype is used in many different ways. Usually, the word stereotype is used in many different contexts. For example, blondes are less intelligent and Greeks are noisy. From my research, I discovered that removing a stereotype is impossible. Removing a stereotype is impossible, and if it was removed, it would actually be detrimental to our human cognition. I also discovered that stereotypes are nor bad or good, but they can influence intercultural interactions in many different ways. I've put together 4 strategies that we can utilize in order to cope with stereotypes. So, the first strategy that I discovered was to make a friend. There are many scientists who come up with strategies to avoid stereotypes, but I think the best way to actually do that is to get more on a personal level and make a friend with somebody who might be a different culture to you to really understand what it's all about, and to gain a real life insight. Second strategy that you could utilize is to let people in, simply just to get to know somebody. If you see someone like your neighbour or somebody in one of your tutorial classes who's a little bit unkept, have a conversation with them, just get to know them, be friendly towards them, and you'll never know what you'll find. Usually having a conversation with somebody will remove that barrier between you and that person, which is what you want in this situation. The third strategy that you can use is to focus on the positives of somebody. If you are feeling like you're going to make a judgment towards somebody, or you feel that that's happening towards you, try and pick out something that you like about that person, and just stick to the positives of the situation, which there always are in any situation. So in this instance, just take a step back and take a moment, and just really think about something good in that aspect. Last but not least is to put yourself in their shoes. Remember that everybody is walking this life in their own way. Remember that we are all experiencing hardships and problems at some point in our lives. And before you judge somebody, try and put yourself in their shoes and imagine what they're going through. That's all I have for today, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next tube.